My persuasive speech is on gun control. Firearms are classified into three types: handguns, rifles, and shotguns. In 2013, 47 to 53 million households had a gun. 70 to 80 million adults owned a gun, and 40 to 45 million adults owned a handgun. In 2011, they had a poll. Gun owners own firearms for 67% protection against crime, 66% against target shooting, 58% for hunting. Roughly 16,272 murders were committed in the United States in 2011. Of these, 10,886 was committed with guns. In 2013, the homicide rate was roughly 1 in 285 Americans will be murdered in their lives. If felons or other people had background checks, guns would not be as violent. If people would stand up for themselves and not be scared to say things to some people, or when someone breaks in their home, or even when they are being robbed, and use guns, people that shouldn't own guns would think twice about committing crimes. In 2008, law enforcement agencies reported 55% of aggravated assaults, 27% of robberies, 40% of rapes, and 64% of murders was committed by a felon who shouldn't have had a firearm. The National Rifle Association and other organizations are fighting for the right, which I personally agree with. In the Constitution, we as American citizens have the right to bear arms to protect ourselves against crimes. If guns was outlawed, the criminals in this world would still find ways to own guns and commit crimes, and innocent people such as I would not have ways to protect ourselves. There's an old saying I've heard that says, God made man and man made Smith & Wesson, which made man equal. According to research, states with concealed gun laws have lower crime rates and murder rates than one who doesn't have concealed gun laws. If you compare gun ownership with homicide rates, what would you expect? Fewer people wanting to start fights or rob people. If every person had a gun, every person would be equal. If guns are banned, who would protect and serve for us? Would it be fair for police, secret services to carry guns to protect themselves or even protect the president? No, it wouldn't. I don't see anyone else's life any more important than the next person. For instance, the big school shootings we have had over the years, maybe if guns weren't so frowned upon, students and teachers' lives could have been saved. People say that American citizens should not be able to own assault rifles or armor-piercing bullets. But let's just say, what if we were being attacked here in the States? Wouldn't you want to be able to stand up for what is yours, your family, or your home? People think of any gun as a killing machine guns, but yet people feel safe when they have guns. Yet guns are not the reason people killing most of the time. It is because of the person is ill or has had many major things go on in their life. If guns are taken away, there's no telling what this world could go to, because criminals will always find ways to still commit crimes. Therefore, I am against gun laws. Gun control would only strengthen the criminal resolve in society, because law enforcement cannot be everywhere at all times. Gun control in other countries has not worked as many as they intended, because criminals still have guns and commit crimes. Violence in this country is not a gun control issue, but an issue of morals and society fascinations with violence. Our country was founded on the use of the gun. Without citizens having the right to guns, without more gun control laws, our government or any government to rule or take over without having to worry about the people. More gun control would only weaken our nation and make us less safe. Being responsible is the only gun control needed.